Good morning, everyone. Today we're continuing our lesson, Behavior and Mechanical Waves. And today we're going to continue talking about sound wave. If you remember, we talked about sound wave and how sound wave travels through solid, liquid, and gases. And today we're going to talk about pitch and volume. Okay, pitch and volume. Okay, there's a video that I posted in your lesson activities that actually helps you understand pitch and volume through sound. Okay, they give you like some sounds for you to understand them, but I'm gonna talk about them in theoretical sense. A volume is how loud something sounds. In most videos they call the volume the loudness. Okay, you're gonna hear that, you're gonna hear loudness, and is directly related to the amplitude of the wave. The higher the amplitude, the louder the sound. Let's see down there. Okay, so volume is related to amplitude. Look, first of all, the amplitude, if you remember from the other lesson, it's the distance from the equilibrium up to the crest, or from the equilibrium down. Sorry, I don't like that. I have to draw it again. From the equilibrium down to the trough. This is the amplitude. And here, let's say this is the amplitude, or this is the amplitude. Now, if you notice, this one, okay, has a larger amplitude. This wave has a lower amplitude. So if the amplitude is smaller, the volume is lower. If the amplitude is bigger, the volume is higher. They are directly proportional. Okay, so the volume, like this is a low volume, this is a high volume. So the volume is related to the amplitude of the wave. These are very important for you to know. I will ask you about this in every quiz related to this lesson or waves. I will ask you about amplitude and volume. Okay, remember amplitude and volume. Now you have pitch. Pitch is how high or low a sound is. Okay, it's different than volume. Okay, pitch is a different sound, but in the video you'll be able to see the difference between both. Okay, maybe after I finish explaining this I can show you a video now on YouTube. So let's look at the pitch. Pitch is how low, it's directly related to frequency. Okay, so if volume is related to amplitude, pitch is related to frequency. So if you notice here, the frequency is lower than here. Look at this. This is a high frequency. So this wave down here has a higher frequency. This wave has a lower frequency. Okay, so if the wave has a lower frequency, then it has a lower pitch. Higher frequency, higher pitch, higher frequency. Okay, so this wave here has low frequency. That means it has low pitch. And this one has high frequency and it has high pitch. Okay, so frequency and pitch are related, and volume and amplitude are related. Okay, now before we go, actually let's see the video really fast. If I go to YouTube, I can search for volume versus pitch, and let's see if we get a video that will help us understand this one.
The harder I strike. Hi, I'm Mr. Tripp. Today I'm going to be explaining sound, frequencies, pitch, and amplitude. And to better explain this, I'm going to be using tuning forks. Tuning forks are sound resonators that have a U-shaped pattern, and when they are struck, they create the same constant pitch. Now, sound is vibration of particles, and to prove this, I'll strike the tuning fork, and you can see that it's vibrating. To further explain this, I'll strike it again and put it in some water, and you can see that the vibration causes the water to move. Now, tuning forks are determined by their pitch, by the length of the rod. This one has a higher pitch, and this one has a lower pitch. See that they are different sizes. Now, Pitch and frequency are very close but different. Pitch is the highness and lowness of a sound, and frequency is the number of vibrations per given time, typically in seconds. Now, amplitude is a little different. So this will always play the same frequency and the same pitch, but I can change the amplitude by how hard I strike it. Let me show you. The harder I strike it, the louder it gets. The amplitude can change from this. Now to further explain this, I'm going to use a sound whistle. A sound whistle is the same as a regular whistle, except the chamber.
So you can see, okay, from his explanation, the difference between sound and pitch, and one of them is related to frequency and the other is related to amplitude, and amplitude is related to energy as well. Okay, now this slide tells you as a wave spreads out, as energy spreads out over a larger area, that means the amplitude becomes less. Okay, so if this is a speaker and you are standing here, okay, and your friend is standing here, okay, who will hear a better volume, like a higher volume? Your friend, standing here, number one, will hear better than number two, because number two is standing further away. Because when a sound wave travels, the further away it travels, the lower the amplitude becomes, the lower its energy becomes, and this is why if you're standing further away, the volume becomes lower. Okay, why? Because the amplitude is becoming lower. Okay, the rest we will take tomorrow. But that's all you had to know today.